Hello everyone, my name is Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing Hobonichi official store tour and a small chat about why we have an April Star Techo in Japan. Hope you like it. Okay, so let's jump into the Hobonichi official store called Tobichi. First and foremost, this is one of the most eye-catching Techo lineups here, and I love them so much. They have released these botanical spling techos for the past 4 years, except last year. And these botanical works were inspired by Tomitaro Makino, a talented botanical expert. This is the fourth collaboration of his illustrations. According to their website, Mr. Makino is known as the father of Japanese botany and father of Japanese plant taxonomy, and he's a cornerstone of modern botany, which I totally didn't know. But I was really impressed by all of his drawings and every tiny detail, and it's just amazing. And it's no wonder I felt something nostalgic, because all illustrations were come upon more than 100 years ago. So for your information, in Kochi Prefecture, the western part of Japan here, there is Makino Botanical Garden, which commemorates his outstanding achievements, contributions, and loves for botanical research. If you are interested in the garden, you can find a link to the official website in the description below. So we can see Makino collections here, A6 Hobonichi cover, A6 Hobonichi plain notebook, and 2 pencil boards here. I'm going to share this bunny and botanical cover in details later. So here are the Hobonichi Weeks Spring Start Techos, Hobonichi Cousin, Original Sunday Start, and Monday Start. As you can see, we got a lot of Hobonichi Weeks Spring Start options here. So if you missed that January Start version, you can have second thoughts in this. This is the second featured design, which quite intrigued me because this pattern floater lattice is being used in JR Kyushu's sleeper train called 7 Stars in Kyushu, aka Nanatsuboshi in Japanese. The designer Eiji Motooka has contributed to work on the designs of many railroad cars and station buildings in Japan. Taking your Hobonichi Techo with you on a train will be so exciting. So this is the Opanchu Usagi, which I thought, what's going on this bunny at first glance, but one of a kind, a little bit kawaiso in Japanese, which means I feel sorry for you, or poor bunny if I translate it. So can you imagine what Opanchu Usagi means? In Japanese, usagi means rabbit and pants mean underwear. Okay, so O is the Japanese honorific prefix. Got it. But here, Opanchu sounds funny and a little bit childish because kids use the prefix chu sometimes in Japan. So for me, Opanchu Usagi sounds like a funny and just like a lovely bunny. Next, this was one of the most exciting moments that I had because that was the first time I picked up the mina perhonen covers and I wanted to check how they actually looked. Yes, this is it. The textures, color patterns, and designs are all good, but the downside is it cost an arm and leg. but all of them are so pretty and I love that so much. By the way, if you want mina perhonen and these Techo covers here, you need to apply for purchase on the website in advance and you'll receive an email whether you can purchase or not later, and then finally you will be able to get it. You can't get it here. At Tobichi store, you can see a wide variety of items and it's just enjoyable to look around. And actually, I didn't know this store until last September, and I visited Tobichi Tokyo last October for the first time. So maybe you know more about the store than me. But yeah, they have two Tobichi stores in Japan. One is in Tokyo, the other in Kyoto. I'm not familiar with Kyoto and I've never been to Tobichi Kyoto before. But one thing that I'm so excited about is that both Tobichi Kyoto and mina perhonen stores are in the same building. So you can visit there at the same time and you can save a lot of time. Just take advantage of that if you visit Kyoto. Oh, one more thing about Tobichi Tokyo. This is nothing major, but the closest station is Jinbocho Station, which is Hanzomon line, but it takes a little bit longer to go outside, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so from here, I'm gonna talk about why we have our spring start Techo. I think some people have already known that, but yes, our school year starts in April. That's right, but I think it means more than that. For the vast majority of Japanese people, spring means a lot, and it relates to cherry blossom, sakura, because sakura is a major symbol in Japanese culture. Here is why. In general, a Japanese school year begins in April, not in September like in the United States. And in many cases, we have a graduation ceremony in March. So we have a significant change throughout March to April, changing our class, saying goodbye to close friends, and leaving our parents to go to college, for example. So is our Japanese society. Generally speaking, almost all companies start our fiscal year in April, and some workers get promoted, might be transferred, quit a job in March, and start a new career in April. So we want to make a fresh start in April, as the new year starts in January. In addition, it depends on where you live, but in most places, you can enjoy sakura cherry blossom from the end of March to the beginning of April in Japan. So as the cherry blossom is full in bloom, a new school or fiscal year begins, and you have new friends in school or co-workers and bosses at your work. Cherry blossoms represent our culture and our heart, and being fully in bloom means we can kick off our new chapter. Literally, it changes a lot for not only children but also adults. Every Japanese people who live in Japan wants to start a new chapter in their life, especially in April. So this is one of the reasons why some people want to have an April start Techo. So to make a long story short, we want to start a new chapter in April for that reason. So speaking of cherry blossom, we are so excited to have one of the most significant annual events called Hanami, which means flower viewing with a cup of coffee or tea, something sweet, takoyaki, whatever, throughout the spring. It's a huge event, so if some of you plan to visit Japan, please enjoy and explore our culture as much as possible. And of course, you have a chance, just visit Tobichi Tokyo or Kyoto. It's gonna be fun. So, how was the Tobichi store tour? I didn't know that every Techo cover or every design has a story that brings you to a place where you might feel something nostalgic, delightful, funny, or whatever. I like that because once we get to know about the background of the story, we will be drawn to that item more than ever before. Alright, this is it for today. If you have any questions or doubts, please leave me a comment. If you find this video interesting or informative, please hit the like button. Actually, it gives me an idea for the following video to keep working. So please consider subscribing if you want. Thank you so much for your likes and comments. As always, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.